So how's tour been with Still Woozy so far?
Should I introduce myself?
If you want. If not, we could always put like that little,
Oh, yeah.
like the text, you know, it's like, hey, this is
Hi,
Wallice.
I'm
Yeah,
Wallice.
exactly.
Tour with Still Woozy has been really fun. I only met him once before this tour at his release party during the summer at some point. But I actually like told this story twice on stage. But I DM'd him in like 2017 or 2018. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really like your music. Would you want to work on something? And he's like, hey, I'm really busy, but send me something. I'll definitely take a listen. And I never sent him anything because I was like, I don't have anything good enough to send him. But I see him every day now, and he's really one of the nicest people I've ever met.
He seems like a
so
grade A
humble.
chiller.
He doesn't have an ego.
That's cool.
And he's a great performer, just a great person.
I mean, yeah,
So
you see the crowd. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm like really sad today that there's only a couple shows left. Yeah, but it's been really fun.
Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Do you ever think about how it took you to just opening up for Still Woozy just to do an interview with me?
I've been waiting so long.
Of course. Actually, I've been waiting a while too, because I know you went to San Diego and opened up for Chloe. And I was like, this is it. This is it. I emailed your management. I got ghosted. I'm like, dang.
Oh no.
It's okay, but I'm happy this happened.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of yours, believe it or not.
We were here was October. We were at House of Blues. I was opening up for Chloe Moriando. That was probably my fourth show.
Like ever?
No, it was like my 7th show ever.
Oh, okay.
No, 6th or something, like very low.
Okay.
Little quick story about that place. We played at House of Blues, and they feed you whatever you want on the menu.
Yeah.
And so I ordered the fried chicken, and one of my bandmates was still hungry, so I cut my chicken in half, and a little shrimp flopped out. Inside
the fried chicken?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
I think
crazy.
about that a lot.
I would think about that a lot too. That's wild.
It literally just like.
Dang.
Yeah, too bad we couldn't do this last time.
It's okay. I mean, hey, you know.
I have better makeup now than last time.
I'm glad to hear it. You know, I think we both improved since then, so it worked out. It worked out. Last year, you know, you dropped your EP, and I think that was one of my favorite projects of last year. So good.
Thank you.
And I just want to know though, do you think Big Sugar walked so Off the Rail could run?
I don't know what is that?
Big Sugar?
By who?
By you? Or is it Old Sugar?
Big Sugar.
Yeah.
I forgot. How do you know that? You knew before?
I'm a day one, you know. I'm a road dog.
I didn't know that. Yeah, it did. It walked so I could run now. I can sprint now. That's crazy.
That's cool. I mean, you know, I see the aesthetic, and you know, I try to match it today. You know, if you combine both of us, it's like one, you know, full cowboy. You got the boots, I got the hat.
Hats in the van. Yeah, I mean, I'm still really proud of that music from basically when I was like 17 to 19 or 20. I don't know. But I feel like now it's a new era, which is why it's off the rails. And now, even with the start of Little League, is the start of my second EP.
Oh, your second phase, huh?
My second EP is going to be called 90s American Superstar.
Oh!
So that's the next era.
Cool. I didn't know that. That's sick. That's sick.
It's low key. It's not quite announced. Don't worry. Inside scoop.
Inside scoop? Wow, you heard it here first. Okay, you know, I just like to do the first few questions, you know, like get a little friendly with you, know, do some dance, you know. You know, you play guitar, you know, we got riffed a little bit, you know how it is. And so my next question for you is, what do you think is my least attractive and my most attractive quality?
Like, just looks wise?
No, you know. Here, I'll give you an example. I think my best quality is my smile.
I was going to say your
smile.
Thank you.
My worst quality is probably my personality.
I would say your best is your smile.
Thank you.
And your humor. Those are tied.
Glad.
But like, worst quality sounds so mean. Am I gonna like roast you right now?
It's okay. If you want, we can do one for you too, or we don't have to.
No, you could do one for me too.
Okay.
And like be like brutal with me. Maybe your height.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Okay, we're around. We should be the same height. Maybe I'll be a little taller. I mean, we could figure that out in one post. It's okay.
I also haven't stood next to you yet.
That's true. That's true.
I could be completely wrong.
Thank you. Thank you.
Be brutally honest with me.
Okay, give me an example. Like, what do you think your best and worst is?
My worst that you wouldn't know is I'm like really controlling, and I'm trying to like step back and not be so controlling. But like looks wise, I have a bump right here.
Oh, you do? How'd that happen?
I was born with that, so it makes like my face not as symmetrical as I'd like, which is so stupid. I shouldn't even care about that, but
yeah. It's all mental, you know.
Best quality, I think I'm a good friend.
I can tell, yeah, I can tell. We're becoming good friends.
Yeah.
Fast friends, right? You know.
I make some fast friends that are good friends, but I don't like everyone, which I think
of course.
is important.
I mean, you know, you can't like everyone.
And I have large teeth, which are sometimes a good quality.
Okay. Okay, I would say your best quality, your height. I think your worst quality is probably just outshining me in this interview, you know.
Okay, I gotta dull it down. Huh?
It's all good. All right, another quick question too. Let's run through the scenario, because I think you did some improv back in the day, right? You took some improv classes or something like that?
I guess I did in college. I had one improv class, but more like scene study acting classes. Okay. I grew up acting.
I did hear you in Frasier.
I was in an episode of Frasier, Christmas episode. I still get my 20-cent checks every Christmas. But yeah, improv. Let's go.
All right, let's do a scene right now.
Yes,
okay. Let's say, for an example, like run through the scenario. Let's say I invite you, Sophia, rest of the band to my house for dinner, but then I charge you after. How would you feel?
I saw a tweet about this yesterday.
I saw it. It's a banger, yeah.
I think it depends what we're eating. Like, if we're eating a bunch of like sushi, that's expensive, and I don't think one person I would want to pay for it. I think it's like a lot of people are like, that's so cheap. Unless I brought like a really nice sake or something, you know. I think you gotta.
If you bring something, I think it cancels out. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you charge, I'd be like, okay. I don't think it's that big.
Really, you're just gonna take it?
Unless it was like a ridiculous. Like if it was like split evenly, I'd be like, yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know. I think growing up, my mom always was like, okay, pay me back for that, and so I just always pay people back for what they purchase from me.
You gotta add that to add that to the list of one of your other better qualities too.
I'm cold. Sorry.
It's okay. It's a little chilly.
I should have brought a jacket.
You know, live and learn.
Now I can't because the outfit's already planned. So.
It's all good. All good. Okay, let's say. So, I mean, it's still too early to sell, but I would say your EP. I would say it's a classic to me. You know, it's so good. And I'm just thinking. You know. Thinking like when I'm older, or you know, like a lot of your other fans when they're older, it's like people are gonna think of your music like when they think of like the Rolling Stones or like AC/DC, you know, they're gonna listen to your music when they're like a boomer and they're like, wow, you know, this is the classics to me.
I love the idea of that.
Have you ever thought about that?
I don't think that's. I think a lot of the times in like interviews, I try to mention that like I don't take myself that seriously, and I don't think that necessarily artists should.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's really important to be approachable, and we are just all people.
I agree. Yeah.
And being a musician that is able to make money on music is very lucky for that to happen.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know if the car was.
But being a I mean, that sounds fun. I hope that. I think it's gonna happen. I do think like. If like in 40 years Punching Bag comes on, there's definitely a lot of like people that will be like 55 to 60, and they'll be like, oh my god, I think the pandemic is such a specific part of everyone's lives that they'll look back on in the future. And I've heard people say just this tour, like during the pandemic I was driving around with my sister blasting her music, and that makes me happy to hear.
I'm happy you too. Okay, I got you. Okay, let's see. What were some like artists, you know, musicians that you listened to like growing up? Like who influenced you? Like who made you who you are today, music-wise?
My mom's old boyfriend put all his music on my first iPod.
Okay, what was it?
And it was Black Eyed Peas, I Miss You by
Classic.
Blink-182,
Okay.
a bunch of Weezer. Probably some Radiohead, because that's like, I mean, I think like a mix of like Weezer and Radiohead are like heavy influences for me. And then like Lana Del Rey since I was like 12. So, and Coldplay, I don't know. Like Dad, Alt Nation 98.7 kind of radio as well. I still love it.
You got any modern faves too? Any current one? Like
Big Thief.
Big Thief, okay.
I've loved for the last few years. Japanese Breakfast last album.
So
and she's amazing live. Those are the two.
Dude, I actually have seen her live. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. She's so fun. Those are the two that I think of as modern.
I would agree, yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay. So, I mean, so far I feel like the interview's going well. Do you feel like we're becoming friends?
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear. And you know what? A thing I like to do with my friends is I actually give them gifts outside of Bobo. I got some more for you. And I think, you know what? I'll give you this one. Because you did say that they're one of your favorite. How do you like Big Thief? Or?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have this one?
No.
Then here, it's yours.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so nice. I went to this concert.
Really?
But it was like, I bought a sweatshirt. Up until recently when I went to concerts, I didn't buy merch because I didn't have money. I was like, $20 or $40 sweatshirt. I don't know about that.
Dude, I feel that.
Yeah. Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And you know what? This one's a little bit Sean the Dark, but, you know, I had it around. I thought I might as well give it to you too. And it's like a dog vinyl.
You're just giving me gifts?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite, like, bands too. I actually
That's
saw
crazy.
them, like, every year in high school. Me and my friend would go to the Wiltern and see. That's so sweet. There's not like, it's not like a joke gift.
Yeah, you know, after the interview, when the camera's off, I'm going to ask for it back. You know?
No, I mean, like, I open it and it's like a piece of pizza.
That's a really thin slice of pizza. No, it's all you. It's all you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's so nice. I didn't bring you anything. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. It happens, but like it's no big deal. You know, your friendship is good enough. You know.
I have a pink fluffy cowboy hat that somebody gave me in my car
I mean,
that has dirt on it. If you
if you want to give it to me, I'll take it, but you don't have to.
No, I can.
Okay.
I will.
Appreciate it.
I have to repay you. These are like really amazing albums that have influenced me and that I love a lot.
It's cool.
And I don't know how you got that so perfectly.
You know, it's just, you know, friends' intuition, you know.
Fast friends.
Fast friends. Okay, speaking about friends too, you know, I think you said the first person that like you ever worked with as a producer was Marinelli, right? Cool. And I know, you know, in your little league, you basically, in the music video, you basically had like the 5 indie pieces of Exodia. You know, you, Marinelli, Mazzy, Mikey, and of course, Spill Tab. And how did that happen?
I knew I wanted that video to be like competitive, very baseball, have like a tennis scene. And I felt like Phil would do a good job directing it because I worked with him on the Hey Michael video. And so when I went to his house for like a meeting, he was like, okay, I was thinking, what if we like make you guys into a board game? He's like, who are like 4 or 5 people that are like integral to your project? And I was like, oh, maybe my band. And then I was thinking, well, my bass player changes out sometimes. Yeah. So then
Are they waiting for us? We could get out the way.
Huh?
We could get out the way.
I was like, oh, what if we do like this, like, because we're all on like similar playlists and we came up around the same time, so.
Should we just move? All right, and you know, I've been a fan of like all 5 of you guys, and I'm just wondering, how do I get into this like friend circle? You know? Do I have to make music too?
A really funny joke would be you have to get on the Lorem playlist.
That's true. That did happen to all you guys.
That's not a real answer. No, I mean, you just interviewed Claire, or Spilltab too, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you already are. I'm sure you got along really well with her.
Thank you. Yeah, we did.
She's hilarious. Like, Fia and her went to college together.
Oh, really? Oh.
She's known her way longer than I've known. Well, no.
No, you've known her probably.
I went to the same, well, we went to the same middle school for a year, but I didn't really
Small
know her.
world. Actually, real quick, we do have a fan question from Claire C, and she asks, describe your perfect pair of cowboy boots.
Okay, so I have 2 favorites that I own. One are these blue like shorter ones. They have little like pinup ladies inside white butterflies. I've worn them a couple times. And then I also have a red snakeskin pair. But there's two pairs that I still would like. It's this brand Dan Post, they're a cowboy boot company, which is the blue ones that I have brand. But they're like black and they have like cactus, a guitar, music note, cowboy hat, like all these little patches. But I couldn't find them in my size.
No.
And then other than that, I just want like a knee-high black alligator cowboy boot. Just like every day, you know? Because you can't, I mean, these are FINNEAS. We just went to, what's it called? Buy two, get one free boot factory.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of the boot factory.
Buy one, get two free boot factory.
Oh, what a steal.
So it's like you buy one pair and you get two free. So Fia got 3 pairs. I couldn't find my dream cowboy boots, so I didn't walk away with any. And that day we also went to look at the puppy store next door, and it was really fun.
All right, well, we gotta cut the interview up soon, so I have 2 more questions for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You know, as they say, you know, this interview might go off the rails after these questions. Okay. My second last question for you is, how does it feel to have a song produced by FINNEAS?
That's such a deep cut. Well, I am the first artist that Marinelli ever produced, and FINNEAS and him have been friends since they were like 15.
Oh, okay.
And so when David was starting to produce, FINNEAS already had produced Billy's like first stuff, like Ocean Eyes. Got her signed to Interscope when she was like 13. And so I went to FINNEAS's house with David, and FINNEAS just helped out on like recording vocals because David never done it before, and I wouldn't necessarily say I wouldn't take
That's true. Like, it's co-produced.
I mean, I don't think he would take credit for it.
Oh yeah.
I would love to give him credit for it. But I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I've known them for a while. I'm not close with them, but
you know, no worries.
I usually get to be David's +1 to some of those events.
Oh, okay.
Since he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Okay, wow.
He was like,
you really had to throw him under the bus.
No. The reason I say that is because Billy just hosted SNL in December, and David's like, oh, you're going to be in New York at the same time. If I don't fall deeply in love, keyword deeply, you could be my +1.
Wow.
And he didn't. I was like, please don't fall in love, please don't fall in love.
Very bittersweet for David.
Yeah.
Okay, and my last question for you is, you know, more about you, and you know, on your Instagram page, you know, right away you see like, oh, there's another link to another Instagram page, and it's your ceramics. And I heard, you got into it because your mom had like a kiln when you were younger, right?
I grew up in Topanga, which used to be very like hippie, artsy mountain town. And she had a kiln where she would paint pottery and sell it to the bougie furniture store down the street. And then coincidentally, right before pandemic, I like signed up for a community college class to start making it myself. And then the pandemic hit, and I was able to just keep practicing. And like this last like 2 months, I haven't been able to make anything, and I keep seeing things. I'm like, I can make that in ceramics when I get home. Yeah, but I love ceramics.
Yeah, I could tell. Really I've seen it, and I know you have like some like plant holders and everything too, which are super cool. And do you feel like your ceramics inspired the band Hidden Plants?
It's so crazy how you know all this. No, that was like before I realized I really liked ceramics. I don't even know what that band name came out of. It was with our friend James and Athena. I think we had one song during like a after-school rock band program at high school. That's so funny though.
All right, and you know, we're out of time, but thank you for doing it. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
All right, and you know,
thank you for these gifts.
Of course.
I'm shook. No, you know what? I'm gonna make you a ceramic when I get back in the studio. That's how I'll pay you back.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I'll make you a little more.
Okay, your people call my people.
Yeah.
All right, but before we shut off the cameras though, you know, this is interviews, you know, all about you, obviously. So do you have like anything to plug? You want to plug your socials, your latest song, your EP? What do you want to say to the cameras? And look at that camera.
Hi, I'm Wallice. You spell my name like Wallice, and then that's my Instagram. And I have a new song called Little League that maybe you should stream. And then also a new song coming out called 90s American Superstar, which is from my next EP.